Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk. And we continue with the 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 2 on the topic of Karma Yoga. And as we've already seen, the topic of Karma Yoga goes much further than the average concept of volunteering or just working without payment. It's actually a whole science. And the purpose of this science is to establish a dharmic society and to give to people who are not yet ready for the path of wisdom a valid, a very effective path through which they can grow spiritually. And as they do that, they also serve the society in which they are living and help making the society and the world much more sustainable. And we saw it in the previous verses, so the same topic continues, and we are at verse 47. Thy right is to work only, but never with its fruits. Let not the fruits of action be thy motive, nor let thy attachment be to inaction. 48. Perform action, O Arjuna, being steadfast in yoga, abandoning attachment and balanced in success and failure. Evenness of mind is called yoga. So verse 47 is a summary and an instruction. So it summarizes what Karma Yoga is. It's action, which is done without expectation for fruit, but it's also an indication that there is a practice, a very clear and solid practice here. We perform action, but without attachment to the fruit. Swami Shivananda explains in the commentary, when you perform actions, have no desire for the fruit thereof under any circumstances. If you thirst for the fruit of your actions, you will have to take birth again and again to enjoy them. Action done with expectation of fruits, rewards, brings bondage. If you do not thirst for them, you get purification of heart, and you will get knowledge of the self. Through purity of heart and through the knowledge of the self, you will be freed from the rounds of birth and death. And there is also a warning. Neither let thy attachment be towards inaction, thinking, what is the use of doing actions when I cannot get any reward for them? So this is very important to understand. Karma Yoga doesn't mean just doing things without putting any intention into them, without, trying to do the best we can and to get the best result. This is not the intention. The focus here is on the selfish motive. So for instance, if I cook in the kitchen, of course I want the dish to be the best possible that I can cook, right? I want to make a good meal. But why do I want to make a good meal? This is where the science of Karma Yoga comes in. If I'm not practicing Karma Yoga, I want to make a good meal because I want people to say, oh, she's such a good cook. I want people to give me honor and respect. And, if it's in commercial context, I want to be promoted, right? I want to make more money, I want to get bonuses, etc. And the instruction in Karma Yoga says, just cook because this is your duty. You're assigned to cooking, or you took up the position of a cook, just cook. And as you cook, you do it the best possible way. Why? To help all the people who are going to eat this food. So this is very important. The idea is not to be completely indifferent as to the quality of the result, to say whatever it is, if it's tasteless, if it's, the food is not good, if it's not nutritious. I don't care, I'm not attached, I'm not looking for the fruit. This is not yoga and not Karma Yoga, is just improper action. But if we are cooking to the best of our ability, when our intention is the well-being of all, then we are already in the realm of verse 48. Perform action of Arjuna, being steadfast in yoga. So, it is a yoga, but it is a yoga of equanimity. I'm making my best effort. I want this food to be the best possible food so people will enjoy, people will benefit, people will have a good meal, and it will energize them and make them happy for the rest of the day. But if someone comes to me and tells me food is not good, I don't get offended. I might want to hear what they have to say because, maybe I can do it better for the well-being of everybody in the future. But I don't get offended and, seek revenge and all these things. And I can cook for a long time and not get promoted. This is also okay. People are happy, people are getting the food that they need. It's okay. If I get promotion, I do not attribute it to my great skill and great talent. I take it as prasad, as the grace of God. So this is the view of the karma yogi. And keeping this in mind, everybody is doing the best they can, but it is for the well-being of everybody. So they are less emotionally involved in the process. They are keeping equanimity. And this is where it becomes yoga. And the more we practice it, the more we go in equanimity, the less scared we are because, we're not so much attached to what people will say about us. We're doing the best we can. We want to make everybody happy for the sake of benefiting everybody, but we are not so much emotionally attached. So less suffering, less fear, and we grow in yoga because we step away more and more and more and more from our individual ego. And the teachings on how to perfect this continue in the following verses, which we will cover in the next talks. Please join. Om Shanti.